day, make sure that you go into your phone or take a time now. I don't know for how many times in a row. Every time you come here with a bulletin, there's a fire that we are reporting.
I know. School fires are like school fires. Have become too much.
Even before we dive into the conversation, what do you think is the cause of these school fires? Are schools not prepared to have the children? Is there a reason? It's confusing. We cannot.
We
be
know the cause. I think we can
day.
point like largely. It is arson
by
People
students, by teachers.
Now that's the question, whether it is students or teachers. Because yesterday, remember, it was students who burnt the school. They threw a burning substance in the deputy teacher's house. Office. Yeah, so I think kids are starting fires. I wonder about coal.
Now, away from that, there's no supplementary budget. The government has told teachers that we're going to bong is sent. And the First Lady has also told the teachers to go back to class. And thousands of teachers are languishing on the streets without jobs. And Kampala locals abandon cars for border footworks as fuel crisis bites us in and out. Actually, when you go to town, a motor can't.
Yeah, and people.
So there's no one who is going to lie you that I'm stuck in traffic. There's no traffic. There is no cars. Traffic officers have no jobs. They stop you to have a conversation with you because they are bored. They're like, hey,
about to disturb call you, like
not to just talk to you.
Pass this side. Where are you passing?
Look, listen. If you've been doing a job, let's say for the past 2 years, and in every 5 minutes you stop a car, and now it so happens that in every 5 minutes you don't spot a car.
Exactly.
When you see a car, you have to stop it to just talk to it.
Just for a talk.
All right, guys, we are live on our YouTube, Galaxy FM /TV. I'm joined by Pamela Isomara Chom. Tutandikire wakubasomesa.
Noza kutandike kubasomesa with what? The First Lady. Yeah, Janet Kataham 7. Yesterday she was in Ntungamo talking about parish development model, encouraging locals to do parish development model. And in the process, she got to talk about teachers. And she was saying teachers have betrayed the government, they have betrayed Ugandans, and they have betrayed God. Yes.
God had to be in there.
God had to be there, man. So she was saying that teachers are unfair because during the lockdown, the reason she's saying they're betraying the government, during the lockdown, they were being paid salaries, even if they were not teaching. Yeah,
that's
those
a good
2 years
point.
of lockdown. So she says, we wonder why right now they're, up in arms. They can't be patient with the government. And she went on to say that the government already has in pipeline the money for paying teachers. But it is supposed to be in a phased manner, and they're starting off with science teachers, and then they'll proceed in that direction. Then she also talked about how many teachers are languishing. She said when they applied, when they sent out job adverts for teachers to come and apply for jobs, 30,000 teachers.
30,000.
30,000.
I told you.
But only 3,000 were shortlisted. So she's saying, imagine how many teachers are out there languishing. What if we just, decide to clean up the register and start all over?
Exactly. Isn't it what I told you yesterday?
Yeah, it's what you said. There are so many teachers.
Look, listen, we all need money. I'll keep saying this. There's no money that will never be enough money.
Yeah.
If you're working for government, you can shake to see what falls. But me as a Ugandan, parents out there that have their children, we are thinking for the future of this country. We need to have qualified labor, number one.
Yeah.
The country has to go forward.
But
my only problem is whether I increase money or not.
Yeah.
We wasted 2 years in COVID. We are still in the same drama. It's going to bite us.
Yeah, it's going to bite us. But still,
something has to be done
at the very end of it all, either way it will bite. If a teacher is not satisfied, a teacher is going to have 3 jobs and will not appear in class.
Do you know how many
will
teachers?
Not give their all.
Do you
Psychologically,
know how many teachers this country graduates per year? Do you know how many teachers are on streets without jobs that would die to just be engaged with a job?
Yeah, there are so many. Of course, you start like that until you're in the job and you realize the money is not working for you, and then
we buy ourselves like 5 more years.
No, but anyway, the argument on the table is very valid.
I understand.
Me, I would think that the government would just halt everything about salary increment until they are ready to do it.
Exactly.
In a general
mali mbadde konga ku mukolo abafumbye emmere ne bagamba tetugenda gireeta.
Yeah.
and you know, like, people have to eat.
You start panicking. And
This is what's happening.
Yeah.
You either get another service provider or you sort the ones that you hired already.
Yeah.
If you can't come to
If
an
you can't sort
amicable,
them, yeah.
the fact remains one. People have to what?
People have to.
So
life has to go
people
on
have to
for
eat. So the fact remains one. Abaana baffe balina okukola ki?
Balina okusoma.
Regardless, we don't care.
Yeah.
The government has to make a stand.
The government is making it stand. That is the first lady who made her stand. Then also yesterday, the Minister for Finance, State Minister for Finance, Henry Musaizi, also talked about it. He was speaking on the sidelines of URA function. And then he was saying that we do not have money for supplementary. Remember yesterday I was telling you, why can't the government just parliament reconvene, a supplementary budget is passed and, you know, teachers get this money. But he's saying we do not have money, so count out a supplementary budget to increase money for teachers. That one is now it's not on the table. So he's saying that one is not an option. We are going to increase, but in a phased manner, and that is probably next financial year.
There's a way this Chisanja has been mean,
Eh?
Everything, there's no money.
Straight.
Do you remember like those years,
Yeah.
when you used to go to your parents and everything, you said that, there's no money. Mommy, I want this. Bambi, there's no money. That's what this Chisanja has been, And
It's
before
about
it's always been, okay, we shall think about it, but then we give.
Yeah.
Now there's no money. There's no money. Government has become stingy. But anyway, guys, you can drop your thoughts on 0707102102. Away from that, let's talk about the fuel crisis in the country and in the world over.
Yeah, fuel crisis. A few locals that we spoke to here in Kampala, they're saying drivers and what, they're saying fuel is now biting hard.
Exactly.
The liter is now at 6,000, some places 7,000.
There's
so
no business driving your car to town. You'd rather take a Boda
So
Boda.
people are ditching their cars. They're opting for Bodas because they say it's even cheaper to jump on a Boda and go
quicker.
somewhere. Yeah, and quicker. Then the other thing is people who used to move distances, like maybe to sell, like the way you can see the city is really dry. So people who are operating in the city center are not making money. Chikubo is dry.
Because,
everywhere
exactly.
is like,
look,
you know?
listen, guys.
So people are not making money at the same time as transport is expensive.
Yeah.
So as a businessman, you wake up in the morning, get transport going to town, and then you cannot even get back the transport for the day.
We are going to see a period where people can't sustain their families.
Yeah.
Because the biggest percentage of people we have in Uganda, and to be precise, mu Kampala muno, bakola za leero.
Yeah.
Yingira ekibuga,
okoleko kasente.
gumu 2, 3, 4, 5, yiya.
Exactly.
So when the city is empty, it means that atunda ennyanya, obutungulu, atunda empale z'abakazi, kukkuba tagenda kukola, nabba akasimu. Kubanga naye abadde asurviving
you have to go to empale z'abakazi.
Zisingako Mazas Union tobiranga ku bbala. N'ez'abasajja ene. But what I'm saying is,
haven't given up
everything is going to be.
Walk the way we are.
Abadde akwata akasimu. N'akalunda n'agenda n'akatunda n'afuna ekyokulya.
Yeah.
Yandidde akatayimbwa. I hope we don't get there.
We are getting there. We're seeing lots of theft happening, because people are so idle. There's a lot of unemployment. The ones who used to sell things on the streets have been evicted off the streets. So, the situation is tough.
Aba pumping amafuta petrol stations zibadde zayongeza abantu, but right now the petrol stations are like, okay, we have the fuel, it is high, but
it is high, but how many cars are dropping in to
they had
fuel
even
at the end
increased
of the
labor,
day?
They had even increased
Yeah.
a station that used to have only like 2-3 pump attendants, they were now like 5.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to lose their money. This is Galaxy. Let us know what you think, guys. Away from that, there's another school that has caught fire. It's in 2 flames, but before we get into that, we want to hear what is said about fuel.
Ensure that the law serves its purpose, that the Constitution is given its rightful position as the grand norm and supreme law of the land.
Mayika za package lwaki oli omuntu tatugeze nti omuntu abadde akozesa emitwalo 10 okumalako wiiki kati olwaleero 10 lyabadde akozesa terikyamala liri mitwalo nga 2 oba 25 tugeze nti abadde ava Kawempe ng'ajja Kampala abadde ayinza okukozesa omutwalo kati olwaleero omutwalo okola ki tegukola akozesa emitwalo 2 wakati w'2 ne 3
prices z'amafuta basically then n'ez'ebintu abantu okulimitinga expenditure kubanga osobola okukozesa means endala oba boda boda oba taxi saving ako than okusinga okozesa emotoka eyiyo ng'omuntu. For instance, if bw'oba ova tugeze Mengo to Kampala eyinza okusaawa 12,000 but olina kukozesa emmotoka ojja kukozesa emitwalo 2 plus.
Embeera y'amafuta abamu yabagize ne kati abantu babagobye Kampala n'ennamba neeyongera okusalika. Olwaleero omukazi oyo yabadde atunda ovakkedo wano takyasobola kujja kutunda ovakkedo.
A litre of fuel is now 6,000. So if you do 6 times 5, that is 30,000 shillings. If I got a Boda Boda from Mtinda to here, it will be about 7,000, the highest. If I use the Boda, I would save more than someone on a car.
Zinadde nva mu city eggulu ne mbaako station gye nkyamakaabo nga mu sayidi z'ebugoloobi. Muyaye n'anteeramu eddikini. You know some of these cars, now, but nali nnywa amafuta gano, we have shifted to any station that is around.
Yeah.
Now,
You first look at the price
some
and you're
cars
like,
are
this one
really
is a
funny.
little bit lower.
You put fuel and the car thing remains lighting. And you're like, you want onkubye mpewo? And the guy was like,
Oh, man.
nange nkoye simanyi wemba nfutiramu amafuta tonsumbuwa tunula
Aye.
ku gundi.
Everyone is stressed.
It was fun. It was, and meanwhile, this is what happened. I
Yeah.
had to pay using my Visa card. Yeah, I didn't have like cash on me at that time. So the guy walked to go and get that Visa machine. He was already stressed by
Yeah.
that. So when I asked
So you
him,
also
go
quarreling.
and tell them got a calling. The guy burst out. I was like, okay. But the man's eye visible. Nayo no nayo ine visible.
Yomu.
I left him quarreling. I saw him in the side mirror throwing his hands up.
Still. Oh my
Take
God.
a mom after.
Which means you must have been like the 100th person to complain.
Apart from that, Katuchame was Jirinya before we get into the school. Wagwan, what's
Yeah,
happening?
Court of Appeal, they has thrown out a bail application. Last week on Thursday, they applied for bail after High Court refused to grant them bail. The MP Sejirinya and Sewanyana. So today was the ruling, and the Court of Appeal has thrown out the bail application, so they remain in jail, Sejirinya and Sewanyana. Yeah, but their lawyers say that they are going now to the Constitutional Court because they feel like courts are not respecting the Constitution of Uganda. Yeah.
We have them on record right here.
The implication of the decision today is that courts are actually permitted to indefinitely hold accused person at the whims of the state. That's the right to liberty and the right to fair and speedy trial. We conferred and agreed that if we lose this appeal at this stage, file a constitutional petition, put the law in its rightful place. Right away, we are preparing a draft constitutional petition to ensure that the guaranteed rights under Article 23 and under Article 28 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda apply by.
How long has it been?
I think it's coming to a year because they've been there since September last year. We are approaching September. That's I think over 9 months. Yeah, they have been in jail. So, yeah, but then the Court of Appeal has said they should start trial, like let them do a speedy trial, so that they know what happens, the outcome, whether they should be locked up because they are in for capital offences, murder, treason, and attempted murder.
Apart from that, at least in a week, there are over 3 schools that get banned in this country.
It's concerning now. Now, this is the latest school. It's called Mabale Public School. It's in Kagadi District, Mabale Town Council. Yesterday, in flames, one of the dormitories. Well, kids were attending prep. That was about 9 p.m. This school just burst out into flames. According to the head teacher of the school, he says that they suspect it's an arson attack because they use solar in their dormitories. So they think someone could have started the fire.
God, our children, are they safe?
To the rest of the school here is safe. So natsima mukama abokuba abana rusaho atungire injare abokwa abaindi babawe bali mpref na nyobu na ikasite nasanga bataka nisima bataka bona balengere kutasa but it was too late.
Omwibara nitwe ntobasima muno. But look, listen, there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem. We are lucky that our children are not getting burnt yet. But
Yeah.
there's a
They're
high
losing
likelihood
property
that
just.
one of these days we're going to lose students. We're going to lose students, we're going to lose our children, and something has to be done. And something has to be done.
No, I
to
think
them.
I don't know. Maybe now schools should go a notch higher, like put up cameras and all that, so that there's a way to get these people. Because if investigations just end there, like investigations are underway, we suspect it's arson, and it just ends there, then the arsonists will continue doing that, knowing that they can't be got.
Ngatumaliriza, do you think our schools are inspected to see if they can handle these fire incidences?
The way schools started after 2 years. I think that was one of the least things that were considered by maybe district education officers and all that. So the inspection has not been done, I think, thoroughly. And even if it has been done, you cannot lock down a school because they do not have maybe a camera or maybe fire extinguishers or maybe... I mean, the priority is to have kids in school learning.
The priority is for those kids to remain alive.
They are alive. Okay, fine, we have lost about 10 kids in fires.
This is Galaxy.
So-
That's all the stories we have for you today. You can check out more on our YouTube, Galaxy FM/TV. But I want to ask you, gwe chali wanga mpuliriza omuzinya ajirike saa zino. Amafuta gakozesa gatya abali mu kibuga. As we see, there's no traffic jam. The cars are minimal. Kubala. Ekibuga kikalu. Gwe nga gwe omuzinya mpulirize saa zino. Okoseddwa otya? On 0707102102. And then, of course, someone here is also speaking about fires. We'll dive into that later on in the day. This is Galaxy. My name is Mr. Henry. He's Beyonce. Hello.